Welcome back. We're going to go over this gritty, dark ambient drone that I've made with Neutral Labs on Myra 2. Let's give it a listen. Alright, so the Myra 2 is a compact, semi-modular drone synthesizer that you can use for a variety of dark, gritty, ambient sounds, drone sounds, or you can use it for like high-pitched screeching noises. And at some instances, I've made it like sing, like you can hear like a human voice sing. If you mess with it long enough. So it's a very interesting synthesizer, and you can use it for, it's a very good unit for all your diverse sound design needs. Alright, so I'm going to go over this, these cables. Kind of look like a delicious spaghetti dinner, but we're going to put the fork down and get right into it. So you have voice 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have your delay, you have your filter, and then you have your choke and bite unit here, LFOs, and the attenuator. So the attenuator, best way to describe the attenuator would be a, so let's say you have something plugged into an LFO. It's going to go from 0 to 100% and then back down to 0. And what the attenuator does is you set the depth. So instead of going all the way up to 100% and then back down to 0, it might go up 30% and then back down to 0. So I'm basically telling the attenuator to set the tune to a certain level. So I'm not going to let it go all the way up and all the way down. I'm going to let it go up a certain amount of semitones and then back down. So the attenuators are attached to the LFOs right here. So we have LFO1 and LFO2. The LFOs are probably doing like a lot of the self-generative sounds you have coming on here. Another thing I have that's going in place is, so you have these PG buttons here that do, if you press and hold it, it has, it goes to drone mode. So that's what's making it just ring out like that. The white noise is one of the many Mod P effects on here. I really like to use the low pass filter. The low pass filter has a lot of capabilities with it because I used the low pass filter to mute voice 2 and voice 3. So you have no like sound coming through, but I can still use the envelope. I can still use the gate to control other parameters. So I use voice 3 to control the amount of the bite. So every once in a while you're just gonna have the sound, and I press this button and the bite will just come in the sound, and it'll make it like a distorted, like almost a clipping kind of effect. The envelope is very useful because I can use it. It won't come in abruptly, but I can make it like come in like, because it has there's like attack and release. so it can slowly come in and then slowly like just decay. It's not decay, but it, like, when you release it, it just dies off slowly, like it fades away. So so this black cable is connected to voice 3, and voice 3 is controlling the byte. We have these green cables here that's controlling resonance and cutoff. I have a kind of a cheat sheet here. So I have, it has a built-in reverb, so you can kind of hear the reverb as well as the delay. What I have for the filter, so there's different filter settings on here, and I'm using the ladder low-pass filter. That's what's causing it to have a certain like filter quality, and like the possibilities are endless with the filters. You can I can mess with the filters all day and come up with like 1,000 different types of sounds. To get more into detail about what the attenuators and the LFOs are doing, I also have resonance connected to LFO2. So that's what's causing the resonance to kind of follow along with the cutoff, and the cutoff is also connected to the attenuator, which is connected to LFO2. So LFO1, sorry, LFO1, you have your regular sine wave, and LFO2 has more complexity. You have your wave knob, and you can have like different waveforms for your LFO. So voice 2, I have the envelope connected to the time on the delay, so you kind of have this really weird like washy time stretch kind of delay effect, and it really spaces out the sound sometimes, and it's very useful. I think this brown wire here, so it's also connected to LFO2. So to kind of go into detail what's connected to LFO2, we have voice 3, voice 4 gate connected to LFO2, and then also this green wire, which is the resonance, and lastly this brown wire, which is connected to the attenuator, which is also connected to the tune. So that's what's causing the tune to, that's what's causing like the small like change in pitch in the tune, like a little sequence. It's not just one note ringing out, it's kind of like a changing, evolving kind of sound. I think one thing we should also add is this, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a, let's see, I put it into view here. It's this kitty, let's see, this kitty like chip here, and it controls like the quality of the byte. And I think one useful tip is to like modulate the byte, and that's what I'm doing on this patch. Yeah, I think that's about it. Other than that, yeah, so voice 4, so yeah, my mistake, voice 3, voice 4 is just white noise. That's what you hear, like it has this burst effect of white noise. So the gate is connected to the LFO, and that's what's causing it for the white noise burst to come in every once in a while. The same thing with voice 1, and it's also influenced by the drone mode. So, yep, that should be everything. Let's give it another lesson. Let's keep messing around with it, and thanks for watching.